Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is a Marten stream featuring me, the Marten. And we're using the TF talkies because, well, the 3D model does not work well with the art, so TF me to your heart's content, everyone. So today's training thing is just drawing circles, which I literally do as a warm-up every day. So it's kind of like sure. But instead, we're going to be, if I could get this, is there a reset? Ah, yes, cool. But yeah, today we are going to be doing a, well, I'm essentially calling it funded practice. Where I'm going to be coloring in one of the, one of the doodles that Whiskers did. I've been doing those, Zolette. I'll do more.
Never practice too much. Meanwhile, me, over here in a traditional medium, shifty-eyed. Drawing a circle without your wrist? Oh, okay, I understand.
Well, you're right, Dux, you're right. However, I've basically been doing that already anyways. Whiskers, when I was asking Whiskers for, advice and such, which, by the way, I don't think I actually shared this, but when I was asking Whiskers for advice on drawing and such, Whiskers had no idea that I was getting a drawing tablet. I literally, I literally just sent them a picture of the tablet all set up. I was like, how do use? And Whiskers' response was, tablet! I can't do it justice, but you guys can, kind of like, almost like a wren squeak kind of thing. Except somehow more adorable.
Whiskers is adorable.
But yeah, also I don't think I've actually well, first off, what I was saying there was, I very specifically do not use my wrist. I do, move my fingers, I move my arm around, but I'm already not using my wrist. My wrist stays as motionless as possible while drawing.
Wow, how could you do that to your wrist, killing its emotions like that?
Well, it's for the future good. Because Whiskers was very, very particular about that. Carpal tunnel is a serious danger.
Yes, it is. So they were absolutely right to coach you in that manner.
I just wish that those that I've been getting help with learning how to draw were not telling me all the doom and gloom things to look out for and not do. Like, I appreciate the warnings, however, holy crap, you're scaring me. Which I suppose is kind of the point.
I mean, it is kind of the point, mostly because they don't want you hurting yourself on accident.
Yeah.
We must keep this precious sim whole.
But yeah, I have very much seen how I have seen firsthand how much drawing tablets are witchcraft. When I was trying to get this thing set up, which I remember that I never actually shared this, when I was getting this drawing tablet set up, first off, it needed an HDMI port. All of my ports on my graphics card are full. So I plugged it into the onboard graphics, you know, the integrated ones. And it wasn't working. It was just telling me no signal. So I'm like, okay, are the integrated graphics disabled? Yeah, Fuse as the Anthroform is available for Fuse now.
Yay, the boy.
But yeah, I was like, okay, are the integrated graphics disabled? So I fought to get into my BIOS because I've got a very high-end keyboard which does not like to boot up or start up with the computer right away, so getting into my BIOS is a nightmare. But I was fighting to get in there, and when I finally did, it's like, well, the option for the integrated graphics is not there. So I was unplugging the cable, plugging it back in, trying to figure out what was going on. I made sure I had it plugged into the right port because they've got two separate ports on this tablet. Both are USB-C, but one is for if you're going USB-C to USB-C, which they did not include a cable for. And the other one was a 3-in-1 cable, which was HDMI, regular USB, and another USB for power. And I made sure that it was in the right port, and it still was just telling me no signal. And then suddenly it's just like, and I'm working now.
Sounds like a tablet.
No, I did nothing. I just glanced over and it's like, and suddenly picture. What? Literally, I was trying to research how to fix the problem, and it just suddenly was like, and I work now.
And you, of course, for a few moments, went, why? How?
It was more of a, oh, why? You know, rather than that, but, you know.
Oh, I figured, but I can't be terribly loud.
Ah, crap, I forgot to start up the Marten bot. 1 second. I specifically had it highlighted and was going to, but then I wanted to make sure my audio was working, and... Anyways. It's starting up now. And there's the Anthropuse form.
It's the boy. Looking so good. Imminently patable bean.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I guess this is still a pretty large thing, even though it looks tiny. Right, this is a Whiskers drawing. Whiskers draws at absurd sizes.
I was gonna say, does Whiskers just use a huge canvas so they can put in, like, whatever details?
Yes.
Because, I mean, if you zoom out on a tablet, a huge canvas is no big deal.
How you doing, Merle?
A little under the weather, but otherwise I'm okay.
Oh no, we need to get the adorable Marl tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Wah. I think I just got a cold. You know, it became... We're going through our... just kidding, it's still summer phase right now. And going in and out of a 0-degree minus freezer to 80-degree ambient outside made me sick.
I hate the weather flip-flopping. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I turned my air off and everything. I'm not turning it back on. I'm just gonna use my fan.
That is fair and also conserves energy, kinda.
Hey, Guru. I should be. I mean, I'm not so down and out that I can't. I can't do tabletop.
That reminds me. Should I... Is there anything I should be preparing for the November short shot?
So, on that front... I might have to cancel it as much as I don't want to.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I only asked because I hadn't heard any details.
I'll let you guys know details if I wind up being able to run it after all, but right now I am drained after that Scar update. Like that's
Look to see.
that dang scar update was big enough that I could not fit it into a single message on Discord.
I noticed. I
And
was impressed.
hey, Rygon.
Hey, Raga.
Hello. Popping in real quick. What are y'all up to?
I am doing art.
Huzzah. Oh, somebody got the color your doodle. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Or at least attempting to.
Well, attempting is all you can do. I'm sure it'll come out fine.
Only time will tell on that front. And how are you?
I'm doing all right. Wasn't feeling super great today, so I kind of took it a bit slower, but otherwise I'm doing okay.
Good. FYI, I did get Sea of Thieves downloaded finally.
Perfect. Let me know whenever you want to give that a go.
I don't know when exactly yet, but yeah. It's at least an
Oh.
option.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, I'm just working through the battle pass. Once the battle pass is done, we'll see where my interest lies with it. But I still have like 30 levels to go on that thing.
That is fair. If you do want to hang out today, by the way, I've canceled tabletop, so
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, we could do some Sea of Thieves here in a bit then, whenever you finish your coloring,
well, that
if that is something you'd like.
I would, but that might be a while.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I was just getting ready to potentially stream over on my end. My last client I rescheduled for Friday because I still can't drive into work, so I'm hoping the car place gets back to me so I can get them to take care of the dang thing.
Oh my god.
Were you on the wrong layer?
No. I have discovered something new that is going to be very helpful.
What's that?
Apparently zooming in and out is based on where my pen is.
That is correct.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Handy, handy.
Well, now you do. Hopefully it can be of use to you. Do you have any tips on drawing a dungeon map? Honestly, there's really not a whole lot to it. Draw yourself a bunch of rooms. You can make them as big or as little as you need them to. And realistically, all you're really doing is just taking a bunch of empty spaces and just filling them with all sorts of goodies. So my advice would be just draw what comes naturally to you. You know, draw a bunch of circles and squares and connect them all. And then see which one would fit for like a boss arena, which ones would fit for treasure rooms, traps, stuff like that. And you don't need to make a billion rooms either. I've seen plenty of really excellent dungeons that are fine with just 5 or 6 rooms. Anything on measurements? No, not particularly. I mean, if you're really gung ho about measurements, shouldn't just use a ruler when you're working. Or if you're using an online space, use like the line tool. I mean, most of that stuff is probably going to be imagination land for your people anyway. But for the areas where you really want like combat to occur, just make sure that everyone can kind of more or less fit into the space as you desire.
Also, keep in mind that the average system only allows about 30 feet of movement. I know you're doing something for Scar there, Blue Bat. So there is that as well. So you do want to make sure that it's not too big, that it's like, and they're just spending the entire time trying to get from the start to the boss. And with that in mind, do not consider where they are in the game and whether it would be likely for them to have enough range for things. But I know a lot of storytellers get into that whole they want this big, massive arena, and it's sure kind of impressive, but at the end of the day, it's like, now your melee players are like, well, gee, thanks. Guess I'll just
Thanks,
twiddle
I
my
hate it.
thumbs now.
This is what charging is for.
Honestly, that's why you just got to fill up that space with all sorts of different little things in it. Like if you're going to make big spaces, fill them up. If you're making small spaces, make sure that whatever is in them is notable.
Actually, I have a decent example. I recently, using Dungeon Draft, constructed effectively a throne room. But there's bits and bobs in it that function for the purpose of combat, even if that's not what they would be architecturally. Like, there are pillars. People can hide behind pillars and take cover. There are various obstructions. There are other enemies than the boss that are going to be there. Oh shoot, Hydra's in the audience. You didn't hear any of that.
Lamau.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've actually got an example as well. I made a semi-boss arena at one point, which was this massive training room that had become corrupted and laid into desolation over time. And there was a fog permeating the area, showcasing the bodies of fallen warriors within it who had died to a plague. And the boss at the very end of the place, what I had him do is I had him summon a skeletal wall to protect himself, and all he was doing was, because he himself was actually weak, but all he was doing was just simply summoning the undead from the bodies of the fallen warriors to continually attack the party. But I didn't just make this massive arena for nothing. It was chock full of all sorts of little things, and the players eventually discovered that they could assemble a cannon from the various bits and pieces that were strewn around. So they were able to find cannonballs, gunpowder, as well as the cannon itself. And even though they were kind of on the losing end of fighting against the undead, because even though they only had like 1 HP each, they eventually were starting to get some hits in. They were able to work together, get everything assembled, and eventually blow the boss to smithereens, which was to them a really cool experience from what they told me. So even though it was a big arena, they still had things to do in it. They were able to self-make objectives. They could have just charged the boss and eventually broken down his wall and gone through. They could have retreated, but they explored a little bit and they were able to find some interesting things as a result of their efforts.
One problem with these doodles is trying to interpret what exactly Whiskers was drawing in this section.
Yep. That sounds about right. Whenever I've worked with the line art, it's like, is this line art or is this just a remainder of a sketch portion?
Well, especially like here. I don't know what all this blackness is meant to be. Like, I know Kuroi's got wings, but I don't know where those, if those are actually drawn on here, and if they are, I'm probably just going to say, probably just going to not draw them. But
I mean, you could always just ask Whiskers.
oh, Whiskers is asleep right now.
That is probably wings. I was wondering what the rectangular shape on the other side of the sketch was.
Well, it's also that, oh, okay, good night, Quill. Oh, and hey, Lightning. It's also that, Whiskers does, you know, do little boxes and such around them all.
Right.
Yes, Shadow Wolf, I am currently tainting the legendary art with what I do.
Practice, practice, practice.
I don't know. You remember that one church that had the painting of like Jesus's face on it that needed to be redone? And one of the local ladies just came in and was just like, I'll do it myself, and she massacred the poor thing. Turns out it made that temple far more popular than it ever would have been otherwise because of it. So even though technically her art, quote unquote, ruined the original, it still in a way improved it at the same time.
Yeah, Hydra, it's almost like it was drawn on a piece of paper. None of this fancy layers business.
Yeah, well, it wasn't drawn on a piece of paper, but this was just a doodle. It wasn't a, it wasn't meant to be a, big fancy thing.
I know there are a couple of tricks you could potentially use to help lift the line art. I'm trying to remember what they were, though. It's been a long time since I've worked on art myself. But there are some tricks to lift the line art layer, so that way you can kind of more or less color without going over it.
Which is nice because, man, struggling to not go over line art is such a problem.
I might try it.
Give it a go. I can't remember the specifics myself. I'd have to look it up, but maybe somebody else here does.
Joke.
Well, again, this was just a doodle. It wasn't meant to be like super duper serious, like, hanging up in a museum thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I was just playing the old crudgety person that was like, back in my day, we didn't have no fancy tablets.
Blue Bat, yes. Always go with 5 feet per square. Just trust me on that. It makes everything more annoying and complicated. Because almost everybody takes up only a 5-foot square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's easier to count out your movement. Just count out 6 squares.
So if I recall correctly, you're going to want to take this regular layer, and I think you make another layer and you like multiply it, and then you can color underneath it.
My main
I think that's
issue,
how you do it.
my main trouble with that, because like I did do some layer stuff last night. I posted it in the ZGF art channel on the Discord here, but I did do some layering stuff last night.
Hmm.
But the problem here is that this doesn't have transparency or anything, so I don't know how it would handle the fact that, you know, the paper color here, the gray.
Yeah. Well, that's why you just kind of set the wand to a certain kind of sensitivity, if I recall. You'll have to wand up the line art. Then I think you just go make another layer, click multiply, and I think you're good from there. But I don't recall if that's exactly the process. Well, if we are doing a hangout tonight, let me go ahead and get Sea of Thieves going.
Kieran, that's evil.
What did Kieran say?
1 pi foot, as in 3.14 repeating.
Yeah. Like I said, evil. Hello, Ido.
Hello, Dragon Goldball. Hey, Ido. Well, either way, right now, I think what I'm gonna continue doing this as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole idea here is that this is practice.
Nothing wrong with that.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this the hard way, and then in the future I can learn the tips and tricks to make it easier on myself.
That is your choice.
You know, have the foundation before the shortcuts.
We just had a whole conversation about that dragon kobold.
I'm not wanting to use layers right now, Jack and Kobold. I'll do that when I'm actually coloring, but right now I'm just removing the excess from this. Why would I use layers for it?
Yeah, Sim is just isolating the sketch that's going to be colored.
Duke.
Hey, Secret Roo. And yeah, it's going alright there, Ido. Pat the Fluffy. I really gotta pick up my pen a bit more. When I wanna do an undo, it's, not great to be like, oh, all of that just got wiped. Rag on cute.
Me. No.
Yes.
Yes.
What's your proof?
I have many a clip that shows my proof.
False news.
How dare you?
Me. Oh, I just picked up a galleon, by the way.
A what?
I bedazzled it. A galleon. It's the biggest ship in the game.
Oh.
And I bedazzled it in Aurora Borealis lights. It's fancy.
Hey, Ibsam.
Or Borealis?
The Northern Lights.
At this time of day, in this part of the country,
Localized entirely
localized
on your pirate ship.
entirely within your kitchen.
Man.
Hey, Ibs.
May I see it?
Yes, yes, you may.
Pepetine.
Right.
Me. Simpsons reference? Oh, yeah. You know, that'd be the perfect height for the short one there to be nuzzling against the other. You know why? Because that is perfect purr height. You gotta feel
Ow.
all the nice little purrs.
Well, I mean, Kuroi is a kitty, so
Do it.
Do it meow.
Me.
Kieran? No. Pepetine. How you doing?
Oh, right. Yeah, not bad. I've just been packing. Traveling to London on Friday, but I'm at a concert tomorrow evening, so I don't have time to pack.
I swear you spend more time away from home than at home.
Both is home.
Fair. I guess your boyfriend is there, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenku.
Hello, Kenku.
This one's also going to be a slightly longer trip. I'm going for a week and a half rather than just the weekend to reduce the amount of train travel. It's not that I
Oh.
dislike train travel. I actually quite like it, but it would add up if I was doing it every weekend. So it's easier to just make a longer trip out of it.
Gonna be working remote or taking the time off?
Remote, yeah.
Well, nice. I hope you have a great time with him.
Should be good. Planning what to cook.
Spaghetti.
Food.
Oh, I was thinking about making really good tomato sauce. I haven't finished the research on that one yet.
Oh, there you go. Get yourself some bolognese or something.
Now I do cook an excellent ragu, but there's very little tomato in a traditional ragu.
Hmm.
All I use is a handful of fresh San Marzano tomatoes, which I crush and drain the juices off, so it's pretty much just the tomato skins that end up in the sauce. Although I do use the tomato juice that comes out from crushing it to make up the stock instead of just using water.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Very cool.
But it's not normally a super tomato-y dish. You know, the meat is the main component in that sauce.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I cooked one this weekend actually on Sunday. It's good fun, but it takes
You
quite
didn't
a while.
share.
I don't have any photos from this one, but I have photos from previous times.
Well,
Oh,
now you guys are
The
making me
expectation is
hungry.
now shared.
I can ease off.
Nah, it's alright. I do have a bowl of food next to me. I just haven't actually eaten it yet.
He's too engrossed.
Well, it was more of I just wasn't hungry before.
But now all this talk of food.
Yes,
And
generally
cooking.
talking about food makes you hungry.
Imagine that.
I could start listing off all the things I would like to eat first as a snake. A whole chicken.
One bite?
One bite. One whole roasted chicken. I bet that would be yummy.
Yeah, there are the photos of the finished ragu in the text channel.
Where are they?
In the streaming room text channel.
That looks pretty good.
That time when I did it, I actually took photos the whole way through, so I have the whole process.
Oh, very lovely. 10 out of 10 would eat. Speaking of which, I'll probably be making something myself here soon. I got 4 jars of spaghetti sauce, 4 packages of spaghetti. Can anyone guess what I'm gonna make?
Ice cream.
Chicken.
That's right. Now BRB as I go get some ice cream.
You just have to go get some rock salt and you're ready to rock.
Meh.
Joke.
Давай, лапки повесь, повесь мой
Spaghetti
златочка.
flavored ice cream.
Вот так вот. Хорошенько. Смотри, Мора, у меня пальцы не сходятся. Там целый сантиметр еще остается.
Heard it
Понимаешь?
tastes like
Так
chicken.
нельзя набирать вес. А то ты будешь вот так вот скакать, и лапки под тобой обломятся.
I'm pretty sure that spaghetti flavored ice cream is a thing.
Pretty sure it is too, but I just haven't seen it.
After all, what were some of the others that they've made? Mac and cheese. I think there's one that was chicken.
Uh-huh. They did make a chicken flavored ice cream and it was nasty.
I guess that's all we'll feed to Shadow Wolf.
It's kind of like potato chips. There's a flavor for everything.
Well,
What's
we
the
at
worst
least
flavor? Go ahead.
we at least got it. You know, isolated.
Yay!
All right, Shadow Wolf. All right, we will give you a we'll give you a tuna flavored ice cream. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think the worst flavor of crisps, or as they're called in the States, potato chips, that you've had is?
Easy. Dill pickled. Nasty.
Dill pickled.
Yes. Dill pickles.
I can kind of see it working with the like saltiness as well, but
And people do like them because they've hung around for longer than I thought they would.
I don't
It
remember.
probably does complement the saltiness well, but I just don't like dill pickles. So
I mean, I can't argue against that if you don't like it. I don't remember. There was one which I had, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was in the era of Pringles doing these like
yeah,
fusion-y
Pringles
things, and
went through an experimental phase there for a
yeah,
while.
yeah. I think they always are, but they never seem to find anything particularly lasting.
Nothing's gonna beat the pizza flavored Pringles.
Honestly, the pizza flavored one is kind of mid to me. Like,
What's your favorite flavor of Pringles?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I like all of them. And I
Okay.
do like the pizza one, but I think that the flavor should be stronger.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think they're onto something, just it should be stronger.
For me, it's either the barbecue or the sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion are my favorite. Pizza's second favorite. And Shadow Wolf, it's more like the marinara sauce flavor for the pizza Pringles.
See, I feel like at that point, I'd rather have a really good marinara sauce.
I actually don't mind salt and vinegar anymore. I used to hate it, but now I like it.
I love salt and vinegar. In
I love it too.
particular, sea salt and vinegar.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a crisp company over here that make a sea salt and cider vinegar flavor crisps, and they are so good.
Still talking about food, are we? A second thing that I would like to swallow whole. One apple pie, cooled. How goes the art?
It is going well.
Good.
I like a good key lime pie.
Key lime's my favorite too.
Pumpkin pie's up there too, though it looks too similar to sweet potato pie. It's like I see somebody makes a sweet potato pie, puts it right next to the pumpkin pie, and is like, "Why did you do that? Now I don't know which is which, and I hate sweet potato pie."
Pumpkin pie
Are
is
savory
my
pies?
Pumpkin pie is my favorite. I really, really like pumpkin pie. However, I don't really care for the store-bought stuff. My family's got a particular recipe that they use that
Handed
is
down
just
from
amazing.
generations.
Yes, literally.
No, fair enough. My family has a shrimp dip recipe that has been a staple of our family for just about every holiday. But I'm pretty sure it's like one of those kind of recipes that my great grandmother probably picked off the side of like a cereal box or something like that. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. It still tastes pretty good.
Are savory pies much of a thing over there?
Do you mean like pot pie? Like chicken and
Like
such?
a steak and ale pie, or
Yeah, they're called pot pies
like a
here.
lemon mint pie or something, right?
You got pot pies.
I love pot pies. Banquet makes an absolutely amazing sausage and gravy pot pie. Oh, I love it.
And they're cheap. Good
Yeah.
and cheap.
Less than $1 each.
Is it like a geographical cultural difference? Because I've got a friend in California who's like, oh yeah, they're not really a thing over here, but I don't know if that's just
So-
the West Coast.
It varies from state to state.
No, they are all around. It's that they, it's one of those things where, like in the South, they call soda pop rather than, soda.
Yep.
Um,
Or everything is Coke.
or everything is Coke, exactly. It's one of those, like, we have all the same things, it's just a matter of whether we call it the same thing. And, well, I know over there you guys have meat pies, and here they're called pot pies. They
It's very
are
interesting.
they are different. They are slightly different, but they're the closest equivalent. Hey, Tal.
Hey, Tal.
Yep. Hoy Tal.
Hello. Oh, that reminds me. Taldarius.
Yep.
Got something I need to show you. 1 second to go grab it. There you go.
Ooh. Nice.
Yep, artist
Oh.
wrapped that one up a little bit ago.
Nice.
And a lot of the comments for the picture were very encouraging. People were like, "Oh, I want to know more about these guys," and stuff like that.
Nice. To be fair, the dolls are pretty cool.
The Dusk are really cool. The other kind of comment was just like, "Oh, I like how unique they look," because I know you and I spent quite a bit of time trying to define their look, and the artist I think pulled it off fairly well.
Yeah. To be fair, we did spend literal hours just going over each of their biological features and cultural norms for dress and all of that.
Was well worth it though.
Yeah. Especially if people are recognizing it.
Yeah. I mean, you can check out the comments for yourself, but they were talking about, like, you know, the style of dress, their unique looks, and just the fact that there's flavor to them.
Yep. Beyond just like having different coloration.
Exactly.
It always kills me when that's the like cultural and physical difference between like two like effectively like what might as well be sister species that grew up in entirely different climates with different, you know, issues and predators and all of that.
Yeah, you'd think that there'd be a little bit more of a difference than just a simple color change.
Yeah, that's something that I took into consideration with the Marseps was, like the dunes ones, the desert ones, their little tail blade wound up becoming more flat and wider, for the sake of covering up tracks behind them, smoothing over the desert sand. Meanwhile, the forest Marseps, they developed slightly more prehensile tails, and their tail blades developed to be more sharp and pointed for digging into a tree in case of falling, as well as sharper claws in general.
Yeah, we went a little bit more extreme with the Dosk because like there's even differences in the like amount of knuckles they have for like, you know, their hands.
Yeah, along with like they're a gliding species, and one of the two, I believe the Dusklanders, are far better gliders than the others.
Yeah, because of those stronger winds.
Interesting.
Because mountainous region with a lot of wind, so they need to be really careful and yeah, and actually like direct where they're going. Otherwise, oh, that's a problem. The Dawnlanders have a lot easier of a time because they're in an actual like forested region, so there's not really a risk of being quite literally blown away and into like, you know, the side of a mountain if you can't semi-control where your gliding is going despite harsh winds.
It does make for a funny sight whenever you get a Dawnlander going over to the Dusklanders region and they try gliding for the first time.
It is not a good thing.
A lot of them go and curse splat on the side of a mountain.
Oh, I'm sure they have like contingencies for that, like Dusklanders who they strap themselves to. got like what do they call them? Like skydiver instructors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just more about if they're a little bit careless, they're they might get picked up by one of the less expected wind gusts and just like, oops, you just got thrown into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Darwinism at work.
Yeah, we definitely went into a lot of detail. I mean, everything down from, like you said, culture, governance, to the usefulness of poison that they utilize from their tails, as well as their ability to taste it, so that they can discard poison pieces.
The
Yep.
vessel with the pestle has the pellet with the poison.
The downside for the Dusklanders when it comes to their gliding is that they're able to control themselves a lot better, but like they're less adapted to when there's lower amounts of wind, because they're used to mostly controlling and fighting the wind in order to get any amount. So when there's not as much as that, they kind of tend to struggle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is the reason why the Dawnlanders are good in their forested home. They're much lighter, so they're able to go further without needing as much wind.
Yep. And then there's other things such as like, due to the fact that like evolutionarily the Dusklanders were far more used to like harsher landings, having to like land on stone with some amount of force, and wanting to stay safe from the winds whenever it really picks up. They have much more developed legs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have if a Dawnlander has to like walk somewhere, they are not making it that far before needing to rest. But the Dusklander will be mostly fine.
Yeah. It also makes them more efficient hunters because they have the body weight and structure to engage with such activities.
Yep.
But the Dawnlanders, because of their lightness, as well as their more developed dexterous claws and knuckles, which is very useful for their climbing of trees, they're much more adept at performing finer work. So like wielding delicate instruments, for example.
Why have I been human for 15 minutes? The fuck?
Should turn you into a Dusk.
Joke.
Oh, bye, Tal.
Oh, huh?
Bye.
Off he goes.
Cute.
Key adorable.
Why you say these things?
Because they're true.
They're also good for your self-esteem.
Wow.
Unless this is Bizarro World and we've been calling them ugly all this time. Oh dear.
I don't know. I guess we could start saying mean things and see if their mood improves, but I doubt that'll be the case.
No.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
But I have done nothing to earn these compliments.
You earned them by just being you.
You did.
Keith, you've done an amazing job running the short shot. You are always a bright light in our days, having you come by. Your storytelling is absolutely impeccable,
Yes.
as well as your note-taking.
I'm still
And all
waiting
of
for my
those,
combat shirt.
And all of those, all of those lovely little things that you were calling the druids. Should I go on?
No, your point has been made. And I will clarify to everyone, like I always do, I do not actually dislike druids.
Sad Eric's noises.
Druids are cool. But as someone who has worked retail, if you're going to portray a druid as like someone who likes substances a lot, and that is their main personality trait, expect me to dislike the character. Because my mate and I have dealt with more than enough people who enjoy their legal substances perhaps a bit too much, and then it becomes like a fast food or retail worker's problem.
Yep.
Well, Guru, it is true that there are many cultures where there would be spiritual leaders or individuals who would use substances for visions and various rituals and rites and things, and that is fine. That's honestly accurate depending on what you're doing, but I don't know, it irks me to have a character where that is their one personality trait.
What? Being blue?
No, the use of controlled substances.
Oh. Well, toss on a mental health diagnosis on him. That'll flesh him out.
To wit, gestures at lost. He had a substance problem before he even died.
I am getting tired, so I think I'm going to head to bed.
You have yourself a good rest.
Alright, I'll
Thank
make
you
the
very
space under the desk for you.
Yes.
Cosmo Key doesn't hate blue people.
Hey,
I
Ben,
am blue people.
you are a good boy.
Ah,
Sleep well.
good night.
Good night, Gibson.
Yeah, doesn't hate blue people, but we certainly are always concerned whenever he dives into the pool. We are always afraid of losing him.
It's fine. I like water.
I remember one time we spent, at the edge of the pool shouting for you over and over and over, and it turns out you were just on the locker room the whole time.
Look, Hydro. When I take the Jolteon shape, I'm not allowed in the pool. It's not fair, but I've learned to accept it.
Kind of waiting for my food to cook before I dive into stream.
This is incredibly relaxing.
Coloring portion tends to be. As far as I know, it's every artist hates the line art portion, but they love the coloring, usually.
That all depends on the artist. I know Werny hates the coloring portion, but loves the line art.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly do line art, but I don't mind coloring. It's just that when I have to do it digitally to give people references, it takes a while.
But you do such a good job with it, Hydra.
Funnily enough, I found that many artists, like the thing that they hate doing most, they are actually very good at. Probably because they hate it.
Yuppers. The things you struggle with tend to be the things you improve at quickest.
Hey, Frost Husky. Then Hydra, you do a good job. I've never had a complaint with anything that you've done.
Yes, that is a Rex in a pool.
Question is it a pool of water?
Yes.
Ah,
What else would it be a pool of?
Little key.
not water.
Hot air.
Actually, a pool of jello is interesting, but also dangerous, because you can't really move around in it. It is something that I've seen it before. It can be very, very dangerous. Would help if I were on the right tool.
Oh, you're done coloring?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on something else right now. Or at least attempting something else right now. Quack. Quack.
Quack.
Me.
Or
What's up?
I am making noises.
Ah. Being cute, got it.
Such is my existence, it seems.
The sooner you accept it, the better it'll go for you.
It's just most people get stuck in the denial phase. They never make it to acceptance. No, that just counts as a delusion.
I really made this way too oblong.
Aw, Keyman.
Keemond, you are adorable all the time.
The squeaker is squeaking.
Would help if I weren't muted for that. But my
I was wondering.
arm is getting tired, so there's my attempt at sad Jolteon key, looking at Raptor and Pool.
Aw.
Oh. But I don't want to electrocute Rex.
It's okay. He's already a he's already a fossil.
I mean, if we're in the Pokemon world, I guess we can just use the resurrection machine again.
Me? Oh, I see. Everybody here has been turned into feral animals. Of course they wouldn't respond.
Hello.
Oh, a talking dog.
Hi.
A talking bear.
No. Krill's not a talking bear.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what species you are. You look like a bear to me.
More like an otter with fur.
I didn't know otters came without fur.
Well, less. What's the word?
Hanky otter?
I don't know. My mind's drawing a blank. Says the talking Triceratops.
Sorry, everybody. Trying to figure out how the hell to save this as a Clip Studio format. There we go. Alright, well, this one will actually be uploaded as its own video, so thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was an Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around. Grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, subscribing to us over on YouTube, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.